Hello and welcome back to another Try and Fix It. Today what we're going to be doing is looking at the barbecue, my own barbecue, personal barbecue. What we're going to be doing is going to get it all tidied up, get all the rust and stuff off, then we're going to get it all resprayed into heat resistant paint. So let me take you on this journey, and it will be a lot of time lapse as well because it's going to take absolutely ages to do. So further ado, let's get on with the video and let's crack straight on. Right, so that's most of that done. What I'm going to do next is going to remove the gas tank, get that out of the way. Probably should have done that first. But we'll get that gas tank out of the way, get all that disconnected, and then we can start with the cleaning of all the top inside. We'll give it a quick wash down as well. And then we'll get as much as removed as we can to get to the bare minimum. And then we'll start cleaning up. As you can see now, I've took all that black off the top where most of the rust was. So I took all this off here. We're eye protection as well. So I've took all that off there. I'm going to get the IOB out, get it all sanded down, because the sides and stuff ain't too bad. So I'll just clean that quickly. Just give all this a quick sand down, rough it all up. Then we're going to get the vac tass out, and we're going to spray it all white to give it a base coat, and then afterwards we'll spray it matte black. So I'll bring you back in a minute when this is all sanded down, and then we'll start to paint. Right, so that's all been sanded down as best I can get it. Don't have to be perfect, just smarten up a bit. It's got a bit of brake cleaner as well. So I'm just going to spray that on and then see how that turns out. And we'll just wipe that off. This brake clean is really good as well. And we'll just give a quick spray on the inside. Then we'll just give that a wipe out. So even though I just give that a wipe out, I'm going to give this front bit here a quick going over with a sander, take all these imperfections out that occurred over the years. So we'll get all this out as well. Right, so I'm just going to go get the paint. I'm going to put a bit of sheeting down on the floor, and we'll spray it with the Vectas first, and then we'll let that dry, and then we'll paint it with the black. Right, so I've got the paint. This is the first paint I'm going to be using. It's Vectas, high temperature, 1470 degrees Fahrenheit and 800 Celsius. Heat resistant paints. Does quite a lot of stuff as well. It does boilers, pipes, fireplaces, ovens, stoves, barbecues and that. Alright everyone, so we're gonna give this a quick spray. I have got my respirator on. If you haven't got one of these respirators, you should buy one because they're really good. Yes, you may not hear me. So I'm gonna spray this inside white, all inside here with the Vectas first. Get a nice thin coat on there first, see how it's looking. If it needs another one, then we'll do another coat, but if not, we'll move on to the black once it's dry. So as you can see there, we've literally just used the Vectas just to give it a thin coat. It's quite bright out here today in the UK. Yeah, so we'll just give it a thin coat inside. Let that go off. Doesn't normally take that long anyway. Yes, it's really good stuff. It's expensive per can. It's about 16, well, between 11 and 16 pound a can. This is what I just had left over from previous restorations and stuff. So it's really good stuff. I'd definitely suggest people get it. Vectas, or however you pronounce it properly, but I say Vectas because that's how I see it. Yeah, so that's really good stuff. You get it all in different colours as well. It is between 11 and 16 quid, I'm sure it is, something like that anyway. Right, so I'll bring you back when this is dry, and then we'll start putting the black coat on as well, which is also high temperature. I'll just get that for you as well. This is Parkside high temperature paint, black 400ml. This is stuff from Lidl, this is. Resistant to petrol, chemicals and weather. So it's pretty good for everyday use really. Temperature resistant, can be guaranteed up to 300 centigrade for temperatures up to 650 centigrade as well. If you are unsure how to use it, always read the instructions. Give it a good shake first because it rattle can. I'm not going to say this is going to be the best thing in the world, but this will do for what this little project is now, which is just my personal barbecue. So once this is cured, this Vactas white, I'll bring you back and then we'll put the black on. Alright, so that's all ready to go. What I'm going to do, I'll get my respirator on and we'll start putting this black on thin coats as well. This is pretty quick drying too, so let's get on with it. So there you go, that's just a quick one over. We'll give that a few more coats. Just gonna wait for this one to dry. For you it'll be a quick flick and then you'll see it when it's had a few more coats. And what we'll do, we'll flip it back over and then we'll do the top as well. Bring you back in a sec. So basically the same process again, guys. I'm gonna put a thin coat of the Vactas white on. I thought I had a bit more than what I actually had, but I haven't. So I'm just going to put a thin layer of this Vactas as a, pardon me, just acting as a primer. So let's get on with that. That's all gone. That's all. I'll just bring it closer. So that's all on there. You can't really see it that well, but it's on. Just gonna wait for that to cure. For you, be a second, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so let's get this black on. I'm gonna use the matte car paint. I took it up This has gone off now, so we're going to spray all this down. Make sure you wear a mask, guys. You know, you need it to protect your lungs a bit. So let's get this black on. As you can tell, I'm not a professional sprayer, just a normal DIYer. But that's all been sprayed. Looks loads better now than what it did. So what we're going to do next is clean a bit more out of the out of the barbecue. It's looking a bit worse for wear. It's got a massive hole in it, but if it works fine with that hole, then I'll leave it. If not, then I'll see if I can find another bit of metal to sit there. And I might even get someone just to do me a new burner there as well. If not, all this hard work may be for nothing so far. But I'm going to work on these handles as well. Get all these handles sanded back and all done. Get all this rust off. And then see how it looks after. Right, I'll bring you back in a minute. Right, same again, guys. Going to get the respirator on. It's quite a lot of rust about. So we'll get the eye protection on as well. Wear eye protection and wear some sort of respirator. If you haven't got a respirator, just wear a normal mask. Alright, let's scuff this up. as you can tell, that's working loads better. That's working a right good trick, that is. So what I'm going to do is I'll pause the video here. I'm going to get the rest of all this rust took off, and I'll bring you back when I've done that. Right, so I just had a quick thought. What I might do actually, is use some paint stripper. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to go get the paint stripper out, paint strip this down first, take all the paint off and that, and then tackle the rust. Maybe that's a better idea. These things you never think about until the last second when you start doing something. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the paint stripper out, I'm going to grab that, I'm going to give this a paint strip, let that do its thing. Normally takes about 15-20 minutes depending on the weather condition, and then I'll bring you back.